I can't believe our first day at MIT. MJ, come on, pretend like you're not the happiest you've ever been in your entire life.
I can't.
We're in school.
You don't remember me, but we used to know each other. Because I'm not just Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man.
What the hell, Frank? You just hit me with a van!
Quit your whimpering. Suit yourself. Mother.
Go home! And sometimes Spider-Man has to do the hard thing. Excuse me, Dr. Banner. I need your help.
What did you say your name was?
If DNA is mutating,
It would be enormously dangerous.
We are faced with a danger that we can't control. One we can't even see.
Stay out of my way.
you're losing it, kid. Rebirth.
Crouching tiger, hidden spider.
I'm MJ.
I'm just a neighbor from across the hall.
Friendly neighbor.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Nice.
Yes, indeed. Well, you guys' thoughts so far?
Well, I mean, I'm super jacked up. As you guys know, I am a big fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think this is awesome, and I think that I suspect that there's a lot more than they're showing in the trailers here. You've got the Punisher, the Punisher from the show, right? They brought him in. You've got Scorpion back from the first Spider-Man, right? At the post-credit scenes, he meets up with the Vulture in prison, and so we've got Scorpion there as well. But at the end of, was it the first one? I think it was. I can't remember. I think it was the second one, where they also had, or it was the end of the vampire one. What's his name? Morpheo or what's his name? John what's his name? We're just talking.
Jared Leto?
Jared Leto played him. Yeah, the vampire, right? He was in the post-credit scenes as well with the Vulture. Also, like they were setting up for the Insidious 6. So now we have Scorpion coming in as well. Very exciting, and it makes you wonder who else is in the movie. There was a lot of speculation about Sony bringing in their Venom into this movie. Now they didn't show him. Does that mean that he's not in it? Maybe he's in a post-credit scene. I don't know. What do you think?
Maybe they just don't want to unveil too much, but you would think, because we all know who played Venom, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I love that, like, that Punisher, I forget the actor's name, John Bernthal, right? Or
Something like that. Yeah.
that was the best Punisher, like,
Yeah.
this side of, I think, Dolph Lundgren. Like, he was, like, literally the best Punisher to me. Like, I don't know how they pulled that off because I thought that was different IP than what they had. But amazing to see him in the movie.
Well, when he blasts Punisher in the mouth with webbing, and he's like, "Go home, Frank." Right? You don't piss off the Punisher like that, man.
Right.
I guess I'm
Right.
old school. I like Thomas Jane, 2004's Punisher, but I do like that Punisher as well, so fair enough.
Yeah. It looks exciting, guys. I'm jacked up for it. Two big Marvel movies coming out this year, and you know that there's going to be some post-credit scenes leading into Doomsday, right? Because Avengers Doomsday, because this is the only other Marvel movie coming out from my understanding between now and December when Avengers Doomsday comes out. So you know there's going to have to be some Easter eggs and some things leading into that movie from this one, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. And, even in that trailer, I mean, cool trailer. They literally unveiled
safely say a few Easter eggs. I mean, I was not expecting obviously Punisher and some of the other things that we saw.
Yeah, it was definitely exciting. I'm hoping that this is leading. Well, I mean, they would have to at this point have a Insidious 6 movie in the future as well. There would have to be a fifth Spider-Man because, I mean, you don't introduce Leto's character, Scorpion, Vulture, Rhino. They introduced, right? You don't introduce all those characters of the Insidious 6 and then not go into it. They even introduced. They did a separate movie. Was it Sony that produced it though? I think it was that produced Kraven the Hunter.
Yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
So it makes you wonder, are they going to introduce that character as well? Because I loved the guy that played him. I can't remember his name from Superbad, right? Fantastic positioning there for actor for Kraven the Hunter. So I'm very excited to see how they're going to tie this all together. So
We didn't even mention, Dr. David Banner, aka the Incredible Hulk, right? So
yeah, Banner's in there, and he's like, "Do I know you?" And I love that they're, that whole nobody knows who he is. His friends are accepted into university now because they no longer have that association with him, right? So he's trying to make that sacrifice, and it makes you wonder at the end of the day. At the end, that at the end of the movie, most likely Mary Jane's gonna remember who he is, right?
Yeah, and I love the whole character development they showed in the even in the trailer, where it's like you can see that he feels very much alone because nobody knows who he is. I'm wondering how he's going to deal with that and how he's going to work with that along with his power loss. It seems like he has some type of power loss going on there as well.
Yeah, and it is a shout out back to a throwback, sorry, to the '90s cartoon as well. He in some of the comics where he actually did go through a phase where he lost it. He was losing control of his powers. I think at one point he even transformed into a giant spider, and Madam Web had to help him, I believe, right? And they did do a Madam Web movie.
yeah, it's a nice reference. Another thing I want to point out is again, I think it was in Spider-Man 3, which let's face it, that didn't get the best reviews. The original Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire. If you guys remember in that third film where you had Sandman, you had obviously a few other key characters. The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, it was all about, man, my powers. He was taking too much advantage of his powers. Now the shift is the '90s reference that you're talking about, Rob. To now, like you've lost your powers. So I think they realize they're trying to tackle all these references from old comics and so on, and we welcome it, right? Like, cool,
Well,
bring it on,
Here's what I suspect for the end of the movie. Maybe it's a post-credit scene, but we know that Tobey Maguire is in Avengers Doomsday. We know that. So I think Toby shows up either in a post-credit scene because like people went nuts. I was in theaters watching Spider-Man 3, right? And when Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, and our original Spider-Man here, what's his name again? It's top of my
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. When the three of them are slinging webs together there, holy crap! Did people go nuts when they had that scene, right? And they're going to try to recreate that, whether it's just with Tobey Maguire. I don't know if Andrew Garfield was cast in Avengers Doomsday or not. I haven't heard anything, but to have Toby come in and grab him and say, let's go, kind of thing. I'm
Well,
jacked up, something like that.
if you think about it, it's because it's a sense of nostalgia. You're grabbing the attention of three different groups. You're grabbing the attention of like Gen Z, uh, Gen X, the millennials, et cetera, all at once. Like, hey, that's my guy, So, rightfully so, they're doing it again.
Yeah.
And I love Rob the reference to the '90s cartoon. I do remember that where like he was losing his powers. So you're right, Max. Again, with that, like they're getting all the different genres of or generations of Spider-Man fans, and they're like putting them together there.
Yeah, I think honestly, I mean, people. I know that originally a lot of the characters in Marvel had 3 movies each, right? And like for me, honestly, except for Thor, Thor broke the mold. I think Thor's done 5 now, I believe, right? He's got 1 more coming out, and then I think that's it for him. But as long as the actor still wants to play the role and you're still smashing it at the box office, I mean, let Tom Holland play Spider-Man as long as possible. Who cares? 5, 6, 7, 10, 15. I mean, what are we at? Fast and Furious 27? Who cares? Right?
Right? I mean, Hugh Jackman, right? I mean, come on. I mean, literally, he's the definition of like Wolverine. I mean, technically speaking, I mean, how many different actors have played Wolverine to your knowledge? It's like it's still Hugh Jackman. So, if these guys want to rock with it, let them rock with it. And especially if they're doing a good job with it, I got no complaints on. I just want to throw this real quick, throw it in there at the very beginning. I so wanted to scream out when they're like, when Tom Holland as Spider-Man, yells out, he's just like, I'm Spider-Man. I was gonna yell out, I'm Batman, but can't really do that. So.
Yeah, you can't mix your universes out here.
Right. I just did that, right? Anyway.
Yeah, I'm couldn't be more over the moon about it, guys. I'm super excited. July, man, we gotta wait till July still, right? And there's probably going to be at least 1 or 2 more trailers, I would assume, coming out for different trailers coming out for the movie. So maybe they're saving some other teasing for as we get a little bit closer to that deadline and make people really get jacked up to watch it, right?
I think so. They're probably going to do more than 1 trailer, obviously. I mean, this is Spider-Man, for crying out loud. So, do we get I think I'm going to call. I think there's going to be a minimum of 3 trailers, personally.
Yeah, well,
I think that, yeah.
I think Avengers Doomsday, they filmed, or they've created, I think 4 trailers, I want to say, in total for it. So it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, these are 2 massive budget, massive potential blockbuster movies for the year for Marvel, and they need it. I mean, they've been kind of, taking hit after hit over the last couple of years with their movies. Maybe they've used up a lot of their credibility that they gained between now, or between the beginning and the end game, right? A lot of people have been very disappointed in what they've done since, and there's been a couple good things here and there that haven't been bad that I've liked, but outside that, it hasn't been blockbuster, right? But these 2 movies, this Spider-Man Brand New Day and Avengers Doomsday, are setting up to really, and they even said, this is the most exciting thing, guys. This is the most exciting thing that they've said. Avengers Doomsday is set to reset the entire Marvel Universe as a whole. So a lot of the stuff that they did, they're resetting all of it, and they're getting back to what they were doing in the first half of up to Endgame. So that's exciting to me.
I'm cool with that reset. Yeah.
I hope they reboot the X-Men series, because like that's needed a reboot since like the Halle Berry days when they did it. Like it would be nice if they can reboot X-Men.
Well, and really think about that. I mean, they're just introducing the X-Men and mutants to the Marvel Universe now, which Spider-Man plays a big role. If you throw back again to the 90s cartoons of X-Men, Spider-Man was in quite a few episodes, right? They did a lot of crossovers between the 2 shows. So
no, I would agree. They do the crossovers. I know we're kind of getting a little off topic because we're not talking strictly Spider-Man, but if done right, a X-Men reset, I'm totally in favor of it. I'll be honest, I was extremely disappointed with X-Men Apocalypse. That follow-up, oh my gosh. To me personally, I still have X-Men Days of Futures Past. That is my all-time favorite X-Men genre of films. If anything, I'll just let the audience know, is my all-time favorite comic book movie, period. To me, that was an absolute masterpiece.
Yeah. Let us know if you want us to review that.
Yeah, exactly. I personally really liked, my favorites would have to be, I mean, it's fairly obvious. Infinity War and Endgame was just all the crossovers for the first time, seeing all of these characters come together was for the very first time in a massive cinematic film was massive, and that's what people are anticipating, even bigger this time with Doomsday and what is it called, Battle Planet or whatever. The next, it's a 2-part, right? And you're having all of you've introduced Tobey Maguire, Hugh Jackman, all of the past characters as well into this. Massive, guys, massive.
Yeah, and they're gonna have, you know darn well they're gonna do some cameos, even if it's not something major with a major role. You better believe there's gonna be more than enough cameos, which, you know, let's face it, it's a form of an Easter egg. It could be. So I'm looking really forward to that too.
Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait for the next trailers to come out so we can review them. So, absolutely, man. That's my thoughts on it. I couldn't be more excited about this whole year, just because of these 2 movies. Let's go, baby.
Well, there you guys have it. Let us know in the comments if there's something that you want us to point out or a request, any of that. And let us know, obviously, if you're excited about Spider-Man Brand New Day. We're looking to cover more about this, and we'll see you guys hopefully soon in another review, trailer, or a full movie breakdown.
Yes, are you a Marvel cinematic freak like us? Let us know, guys.
Thanks so much, everybody. We'll see you guys in the next video. Over and out.